Welcome to the 90-Day Shift Home Workout Series. I am Lauren Saracion Herrera, the owner of Pilates Barbell Club and developer of PBC 5x7, the original strength conditioning and Pilates system for women. Welcome to Workout 3. For this lower body exercise, you can go body weight, you can go a little bit of weight, you can go medium weight, and then you can go heavy weight. So I'll show you everything. So for your goblet squat, your heels are gonna be wider than your hips. Your hips are right here where your thigh bone actually connects to your pelvis. Most of the time, especially women, we think of our hips as out here, but that's not it. So when you look down and your heels are slightly wider than your hips, right? Like if you had two guns right here, that's the position I'm talking about. So we're just gonna be a little bit wider than where the thigh comes into the hip socket. So now when you squat with body weight for the goblet squat, you can hold your hands in front. You're gonna go down, let your elbows touch your knees, stand back up, squeeze your butt cheeks. Now the reason why your elbows are gonna touch your knees is because we're letting our spine follow the natural line of where our pelvis is going. So we're not purposely trying to be up vertical or tilt forward. We're just letting the spine come directly out of the pelvis in the same degree of the angle, okay? So it's fully functional movement. So here's your body weight variation. If you want to use weight, one or two of these, right? Hold it in front of your chest, go down, come back up. You can do a single rack position by placing this handle on the palm of your hand, hold it in front of your shoulder, go down, come back up, okay? Obviously, you'd have to do a couple on each side to make sure that you are balanced. And you can double up. So we can have both water bottles hanging casually on the sides of our forearms. Go down, come back up. Go down, come back up. For your upper body exercise, you're gonna focus on your triceps in a push-up variation. So as always, we can do a push-up with our knees. Just make sure that you bring your pelvis forward, right? You bring your butt forward, squeeze your cheeks, pull those shoulders back away from your ears. Look at the floor in front of you, not right below you. And this time to focus on the back of the arm, you're gonna pull your elbow to your hips. So it's gonna be right side by side, okay? Not out to the side in any way, shape, or form. Pull the elbows up against your rib cage, press back up. If you can do a full push-up, go ahead and do that. On the toes, squeeze your butt, push your heels back, pull your shoulders back, lift the head up, pull the elbows into your waist, press up. Pull the elbows into the waist, press up. And of course, if that's not doable, do a lesser intense variation of it. So for our traditional core exercise, one of my favorites, this is called windmill. I'm going to show you body weight with a light weight and then with a heavy weight. So for your body weight, we're gonna really focus on isometrics so that you focus on using the whole back side of your body so you can stretch the front, and you're just gonna squeeze your muscles really hard. That's your isometrics. So if I'm gonna have my right arm overhead, that means that my right toes are facing forward. So right arm overhead, right toes facing forward. My heels, again, are gonna be a little bit wider than my hips. Remember that hip position is talking about the hip bone, not the sides of your legs. So as I go down, I'm gonna look at my hand, sexy hip on the right. I'm gonna push my right butt cheek out to the side, and I'm gonna come down. My fingertips are touching the floor. I'm slightly bending the opposite knee. And then as I come up, I'm gonna center my hips and then center my head. So I'm gonna look straight ahead again. Now isometrics, I'm gonna pull my shoulders back, and I'm really gonna emphasize sticking out my butt, pulling the shoulders back so I really feel all that upper body postural activation come back up. Postural activation isn't anything real. I'm just saying you're gonna feel it here, okay? So now we're gonna add some weight. I'm gonna switch sides just so I don't overtrain my right side. can grab a light weight. Remember, if my left hand is up to the ceiling, that means my left toes are facing forward, and I'm gonna point my right toes out. Sexy hip on the left, so I'm gonna push that left butt cheek out of the way, glide down, and if I press my palm forward, the back of my hand and forearm against my leg, I'm gonna help open up my chest even more. And we come back up. Sexy hip on the left, glide down, slightly bend the opposite knee, come back up. Now a heavier weight, if this were a kettlebell, I don't know if you've seen a kettlebell yet, but we would have the kettlebell draped around our forearm. But since we have a water bottle, we're gonna do that. So we're gonna keep it on the left side for now. I'm gonna make sure that my right toes are facing out, my left toes are facing forward. This water bottle is gonna go overhead. Push the left hip out of the way, remember sexy hip, glide down, come back up. Now what's really cool about this is that I really don't know how much this gallon weighs, but the water's moving. So it's adding another element that I wasn't expecting to my core workout. So this is really cool. So for our full body combo move, we're gonna do what's called a good morning. Good mornings have tons of variations with barbells, with dumbbells, with things in back of you, with things in front of you. We're gonna do body weight isometrics first, and then we'll go ahead and do a front loaded good morning. So feet underneath the hips, remember our hip position. And I'm gonna go with my hands behind my head. Super sexy. I'm gonna stick out my butt, okay? And men, if you're watching this, you still have to be sticking out your butt too, okay? Pull your elbows back, pinch your shoulder blades together, stick out your butt as you bend over. Now, not only am I pushing myself back, I'm also pushing my legs apart. So every single muscle in my legs are working. I don't feel anything in my back. The only back muscles I feel are way up here with my shoulder blades. Stand up, squeeze your butt. Stick out your butt, push your legs apart, stand back up. Now that's a lot. I already feel those muscles get a little tired just with those reps, but I'm gonna show you the front loaded. So you might wanna get the heavier bottle, give it a big bear hug, and then you're gonna do the exercise. Stick out your butt, push your legs apart as you bend over, stand back up, squeeze your tush. Stick out your butt, push your legs apart as you bend over, stand up and squeeze your butt. You're gonna finish your Pilates exercise with a twist. So we're gonna set ourselves up with our heel in front of the shoelaces of our bottom leg. Our bottom hand is gonna be lined up with our bottom hip. This top knee, try to get it to face the ceiling as much as you can. Try not to let it drift forward, because the more you get it up to the ceiling, the more you're stretching the inside of the leg and the more you're developing the muscles on the outside of the leg. So heel is in front of the shoelace. This heel, I'm gonna do a little practice tap dance. I wanna make sure that I pivot on the heel to really stretch the back of the leg. The bottom leg, that one, I'm gonna put on a stiletto. And men, if you're watching this, of course, you know, if you're not gonna put on a stiletto, you at least know what it looks like, right? It's a really high heel. So, we're gonna get ready. We're gonna lift our hips up, swivel the hips, pivot on the front heel, pull the back heel up, look under your armpit, and then swivel yourself back down to the starting position. Pivot on the front, pull up in the back. So I'm cueing my heels. Pivot on the front heel, pull the back heel up, thread the needle, swivel back down. Be sure to check out the comments below this video and your PDF for ideas of varying this workout.